Your cells are aging faster than they should, and you can actually measure it right now. Scientists can observe it under a microscope, seeing the protective caps on your DNA, called telomeres, shrink with every breath you take, every meal you eat, and every stressful moment you experience. 3 Nobel Prize winners spent decades uncovering why this happens and how to slow it down. Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn revealed the biological clock ticking inside every cell. Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn revealed the biological clock. Yoshinori Osumi discovered how your body eats its own damaged parts to stay young. Dr. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan showed why the protein factories inside your cells, the ribosomes, hold the key to longevity. Remarkably, simple foods sitting in your kitchen right now can communicate directly with your DNA, instruct your cells to repair themselves, and protect you from aging-related diseases. Before we dive into the exact foods these Nobel winners recommend, if this is your first time here, subscribe so we can keep bringing you science-backed health strategies that actually work. Drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. We love connecting with viewers around the world who are committed to living longer, healthier lives. Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn won the 2009 Nobel Prize for discovering telomeres and the enzyme telomerase. Think of your shoelaces. Each end has a plastic cap called an aglet that stops the lace from fraying. Telomeres work the same way for your DNA. Every time your cells divide to replace old skin, heal wounds, or fight infection, your telomeres get shorter. When they become too short, your cells stop functioning properly, triggering heart disease, Alzheimer's, diabetes, and cancer, the very conditions that claim most lives. Dr. Blackburn's research, published in top medical journals, showed that chronic stress accelerates telomere shrinkage. In one study with Dr. Alyssa Eppel, mothers caring for chronically ill children had telomeres appearing 10 years older than their actual age. The longer the caregiving and the higher the stress, the shorter the telomeres. But here's the breakthrough. You can protect your telomeres through diet and lifestyle. Research in Lancet Oncology showed that people adopting specific lifestyle changes, including eating certain foods, boosted telomerase activity by 29 to 84% in just 3 months. A 5-year follow-up found their telomeres increased by 10%, while the control groups shortened by 3%. Foods that protect telomeres share one common trait. They're rich in antioxidants and omega-3s. A study from Ohio State University, Brain Behavior and Immunity, found higher omega-3 levels corresponded with longer telomeres. UCSF research tracking 608 heart patients over 5 years showed that those with the highest omega-3 blood levels experienced the slowest telomere shortening. Journal of the American Medical Association. Additional clinical studies confirm omega-3 reduce telomere attrition and combat premature aging. Vitamin D also plays a key role, with supplementation shown to reduce telomere shortening by 140 base pairs over 4 years. Vitacable. Here's what to eat. Wild-caught salmon, sardines, mackerel, walnuts, and flax seeds for omega-3s. Blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries provide anthocyanins that protect DNA. Spinach, kale, broccoli, and colorful bell peppers deliver vitamin C, E, and folate, essential for DNA repair. Whole grains like oats, quinoa, and brown rice, along with legumes such as lentils and chickpeas, supply fiber and B vitamins critical for DNA synthesis. Folate helps control homocysteine levels, which are linked to shorter telomeres. Carotenoid-rich foods, brightly colored fruits and vegetables also support longer telomeres. Mushrooms provide vitamin D, further aiding DNA protection. Dr. Yoshinori Osumi won the 2016 Nobel Prize for discovering autophagy, the process by which cells literally consume damaged components to renew themselves. Studying yeast cells in the 1990s, he found tiny recycling sacs called autophagosomes piling up when nutrient-starved. This discovery showed autophagy isn't random. It's a survival mechanism. It prevents cellular junk from accumulating, reduces inflammation, and supports longevity. Fasting 12 to 24 hours triggers autophagy, Calorie restriction turns on preservation genes, making cells resistant to stress and disease. A 2023 study of young men fasting 17 to 19 hours during Ramadan showed autophagy-related genes increased, peaking mid-fast. Populations in blue zones like Icaria, Greece, integrate fasting and nutrient-rich diets with regular activity, demonstrating exceptional longevity. Exercise also activates autophagy. Moderate aerobic and resistance training stimulate cellular cleanup in muscles and brain tissue. To activate autophagy, eat within an 8-10 hour window, for example, noon to 8 p.m., allowing 16 hours without food. Stop constant snacking. Give your body 4-5 hours between meals. Drink water, black coffee, or green tea during fasting. Foods like green tea during fasting. Foods like green tea, EGCG, and cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, enhance autophagy when you eat. Consistency is critical. Regular fasting periods prime your body's cellular cleanup system. Dr. Strating Plenup System. Dr. Strating Plenup System, Venkatraman Ramakrishnan won the 2009 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for mapping ribosome structures, the factories that produce all proteins in your cells. Ribosomes are essential for repairing tissues, fighting infection, and maintaining health. Healthy ribosomes ensure efficient protein production, slowing age-related decline. Supporting ribosomes requires high-quality protein and nutrients. Wild-caught fish, pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed meat, and plant proteins like hemp seeds or spirulina. Moderate protein intake, 0.821 g per kilogram body weight, maintains function without overburdening cells. Magnesium-rich foods, pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, dark chocolate support ribosome activity. B vitamins, folate, and adequate sleep, 7-8 hours, are crucial. Resistance training stimulates ribosome biogenesis and maintains muscle mass. Nutrient-rich diets, sleep, exercise, and moderate eating all keep ribosomes running optimally. Here's a practical Nobel-inspired daily plan. Breakfast, 2 eggs with sautéed spinach and tomatoes, a handful of blueberries, green tea. Lunch, large salad with mixed greens, colorful vegetables, chickpeas, pumpkin seeds, olive oil, lemon, side of quinoa or brown rice. Dinner, wild-caught salmon 2-3 times weekly, steamed broccoli and Brussels sprouts, sweet potato or lentil smacks if needed, walnuts, berries, dark chocolate 70% plus, sliced vegetables with hummus. Finish eating by 8 p.m. Resume at noon to allow a 16-hour fasting window. These aren't magic foods. They're fuel for the microscopic machinery that keeps you alive. Protect your DNA caps, activate autophagy, and maintain protein factories. Combine this with 12 minutes of daily stress management, 30 minutes of physical activity most days, and quality sleep. Longevity is not expensive treatments. It's activating the systems your body already has. Every meal is a signal, repair or decline. Your daily habits answer this question repeatedly. Whole, nutrient-dense foods tell cells, repair yourself, protect yourself, stay strong. Processed foods, sugar, chronic stress, and poor sleep send the opposite message. Survive, don't repair. This explains why two people the same chronological age can look and feel very different biologically. Only 20 to 30% of longevity is genetics. 70-80% is lifestyle. Start with small, consistent changes. Swap a processed snack for fruit and nuts, add leafy greens, take a 20-minute walk, or turn off screens before bed. These choices are votes for a longer, healthier life. Positive habits repeated daily change your cells, your biomarkers, and ultimately how you age. Nobel-winning science confirms telomere protection, autophagy activation, and ribosome support prevent diseases, slow aging, and improve quality of life. Ask yourself every meal, am I feeding aging or fighting it? Because aging is not passive. It responds to you. Trillions of cells are listening, asking if this is an environment to repair or decline. Your daily actions answer them constantly. Awareness is the first step, action is the next. Start with one habit today, repeat it, and let your cells follow your lead. Share this knowledge with someone you care about. Type yes in the comments if you're ready to support your body's natural longevity systems. Your future self will thank you for the choices you make today, because every bite, every breath, and every moment is an instruction to your cells about how to age. Your cells are aging faster than you might think, and this is something that scientists can actually measure right now. If you could look inside your body at this very moment under a microscope, you would see tiny structures at the ends of your DNA called telomeres. These telomeres act like the plastic tips on shoelaces, called egglets, preventing your DNA from fraying and deteriorating. Every time your cells divide, whether to repair skin, fight infection, or replace damaged tissue, your telomeres get a little shorter. When they become too short, your cells can no longer function properly. This gradual shortening is one of the key reasons your body ages, leading to diseases like heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and cancer, which are responsible for most deaths worldwide. Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn, who won the 2009 Nobel Prize for this discovery, has shown that this process is not fixed and can be influenced by lifestyle, stress, and nutrition. Chronic stress, for instance, has a profound effect on telomere length. In a study led by Dr. Greenes, Blackburn and psychologist Dr. Alyssa Appel, mothers caring for chronically ill children were found to have telomeres appearing a decade older than their chronological age. The longer these mothers had been caregiving and the higher their reported stress, the shorter their telomeres. This demonstrates that the environment your cells exist in, the stress, the inflammation, the hormonal signals, directly affects cellular aging. But here's the remarkable part. Your telomeres can be protected, maintained, and even lengthened through specific lifestyle choices, particularly the foods you eat. Research published in Lancet Oncology revealed that participants who adopted comprehensive lifestyle changes, including a diet rich in whole foods, moderate exercise, stress reduction, and social support, increased their telomerase activity, the enzyme that rebuilds telomeres, by 29 to 84% within just 3 months. Follow-up studies over 5 years showed that their telomere length increased by 10%, while control groups experienced the natural shortening of about 3%. This is proof that your biological aging can be influenced far beyond your genetic blueprint. Among these changes, diet is one of the most direct and impactful ways to signal your cells to repair and protect themselves. The foods that protect telomeres share a common trait. They are rich in antioxidants, polyphenols, and omega-3 fatty acids, all of which reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in your cells. Research from Ohio State University, published in Brain Behavior and Immunity, found that higher blood levels of omega-3 fatty acids correlated with longer telomeres. These compounds help protect your DNA from damage, reduce chronic inflammation, and support cardiovascular health. Similarly, research from UCSF, Blackburn Works tracked over 600 patients with heart disease for 5 years. Those with the highest omega-3 levels in their blood had the slowest rate of telomere shortening, showing a direct link between diet, cellular protection, and aging. Even vitamin D has a role to play. The VITAL trial demonstrated that supplementation could reduce telomere shortening by 140 base pairs over 4 years, further emphasizing that micronutrients are not just supportive, they actively influence your biological clock. Specific foods provide these critical nutrients in a practical daily way. Wild-caught salmon, sardines, and mackerel are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds provide plant-based omega-3s. Blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries are loaded with anthocyanins, potent antioxidants, potent antioxidant damage. Leafy greens like spinach and kale, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts, and colorful vegetables like bell peppers deliver vitamins C and E and folate, all essential for DNA repair and cell maintenance. Whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, and oats, combined with legumes such as lentils and chickpeas, provide fiber, B vitamins, and folate, which help regulate homocysteine, a compound linked to shorter telomeres. Carotenoid-rich foods like carrots, tomatoes, and red peppers provide pigments that further support telomere integrity. Mushrooms are an underrated source of vitamin D, which not only supports bone health, but also helps maintain telomere length. Beyond food, the way you live your life communicates to your cells whether they should repair or decline. Chronic stress floods your body with cortisol, a hormone that accelerates telomere shortening, suppresses immune function, and increases inflammation. Conversely, stress management practices like meditation, deep breathing, journaling, or even taking brief moments of gratitude can reduce cortisol levels and, according to research, even enhance telomerase activity. Sleep is another crucial factor. Inadequate or disrupted sleep has been shown to accelerate telomere shortening. Adults consistently getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep show better telomere maintenance, reduced oxidative stress, and improved overall cellular repair. Exercise, too, sends powerful messages to your cells. Regular aerobic exercise, resistance training, and even moderate daily activity like brisk walking or cycling stimulate the production of protective enzymes, reduce inflammation, and help maintain telomere length over time. Even small, consistent choices add up dramatically over time. It isn't necessary to be perfect. Perfection is not what your cells respond to. Instead, biology reacts to patterns. Eating nutrient-dense meals most days, sleeping well regularly, managing stress consistently, and engaging in regular physical activity creates an environment where your cells can thrive. Populations in the world's longest living regions, such as Okinawa, Japan, or Ikaria, Greece, demonstrate this principle. They don't rely on extreme diets or supplements. They eat whole foods, move naturally, maintain social connections, manage stress through cultural practices, and sleep in tune with natural rhythms. Their telomeres stay longer, inflammation remains low, and cellular function is preserved. What this means for you is simple yet powerful. Your aging process is not solely dictated by genetics. Studies now suggest that only 20 to 30% of longevity is predetermined by DNA. The remaining 70 to 80% depends on your lifestyle choices. Every meal you eat, every stress-reducing practice you adopt, every step you take, every hour of sleep you get, sends signals to your cells about whether to repair and maintain or to survive under stress. The foods and habits you choose communicate directly to your DNA, instructing your cells to activate repair pathways, strengthen their protective caps, and sustain optimal function. Understanding this transforms your relationship with your body. You realize that aging is not passive, it is responsive, and you hold the power to influence it every day. Autophagy is one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked, mechanisms your body has to fight aging and maintain health. The term literally means self-eating in Greek, and it describes the process by which your cells consume their own damaged or dysfunctional components to stay healthy and efficient. This cellular recycling system is essential because it prevents the accumulation of damaged proteins and organelles, which can trigger inflammation, accelerate aging, and contribute to diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, diabetes, and cardiovascular problems. Dr. Yoshinori Ohsumi, who won the 2016 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, spent decades uncovering the genes responsible for autophagy, initially in yeast cells. By starving the yeast of nutrients and genetically modifying them so they could not fully digest cellular material, he observed autophagosomes, tiny sacs within the cell that capture and break down damaged components, accumulating under the microscope. This breakthrough revealed that autophagy is not a random process, but a highly regulated and vital survival mechanism deeply linked to longevity and disease prevention. Research followed. Owing Dr. Ohsumi's discoveries shows that autophagy is triggered by nutrient deprivation and fasting, essentially putting your cells into a preservation mode. When your body senses that energy is limited, it begins recycling old proteins, damaged mitochondria, and other cellular debris to maintain energy and repair critical structures. Studies on intermittent fasting have consistently demonstrated that when people restrict their eating to an 8-10-hour window each day, leaving 1 6 hours without food. Autophagy genes activate significantly. One study during Ramadan fasting, which involved healthy young males fasting 9 hours per day for 29 days, showed a measurable increase in autophagy-related gene expression in blood samples, peaking mid-fasting periods. This illustrates that even temporary, consistent fasting can create a biological environment where your cells actively repair themselves, clear toxins, and rejuvenate internal systems. Autophagy is not just activated by fasting. Exercise plays a major role too. Research in both animals and humans shows that moderate aerobic activity, endurance training, and even resistance exercises stimulate autophagy in muscles, brain tissue, and other organs. In studies involving mice, Biso, and Pidgeot, and other organs, in studies involving mice, treadmill running induced significant autophagy in muscle cells, while recent human research indicates that exercise activates tissue-specific autophagy pathways, helping maintain muscle mass, cardiovascular health, and cognitive function. Populations in blue zones, where people routinely live past 100, often engage in natural physical activity and intermittent fasting, suggesting that these lifestyle factors work synergistically to prolong health span. In Ikaria, Greece, residents fast periodically due to religious practices and consume a predominantly plant-based Mediterranean diet. The combination of fasting, nutrient-rich food, and regular movement is strongly associated with reduced rates of chronic disease, improved cellular cleanup, and longer, healthier lives. Nutrition also plays a critical role in supporting autophagy. Certain compounds in foods can help activate the pathways that trigger cellular recycling. Green tea, for example, contains EGCG, a polyphenol that promotes autophagy, while cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower contain sulforaphane, which stimulates autophagy-related genes. Polyphenols and antioxidants in colorful fruits and vegetables reduce oxidative stress, which allows autophagy to function more efficiently. Adequate protein consumption is also important, but timing matters. Consuming large amounts of protein constantly can suppress autophagy, which is why time-restricted eating combined with balanced, nutrient-dense meals is more effective. Studies suggest that spacing meals at least 4 to 5 hours apart and limiting overall caloric intake moderately encourages your cells to enter autophagy mode without depriving them of essential nutrients. Fasting does not need to be extreme or dangerous. Even mild intermittent fasting protocols, such as eating all meals within a 10-hour window or skipping breakfast occasionally, can trigger autophagy. During fasting periods, your body consumes stored glycogen, and once these energy stores deplete, typically after 6 hours, cells switch into repair mode. During this time, drinking water, black coffee, or unsweetened green tea is allowed without breaking the fasting signal. Over weeks and months, repeated cycles of autophagy improve cellular efficiency, reduce systemic inflammation, and support metabolic health. Research indicates that autophagy also enhances immune function by clearing damaged components that could otherwise lead to autoimmune responses or chronic infections. The implications of active mains aiding autophagy go far beyond just longevity. It supports brain health by reducing the accumulation of beta amyloid and tau proteins associated with neurodegenerative diseases. It improves muscle function and metabolic flexibility, allowing your body to better use fat for energy and regulate blood sugar. It strengthens cardiovascular health by reducing inflammation in blood vessels and promoting cellular repair. And because autophagy is essentially a self-cleaning mechanism, it enhances your resilience to stress and environmental toxins, giving your body a greater capacity to adapt and recover from daily challenges. Practical steps to harness autophagy include incorporating intermittent fasting into your weekly routine, avoiding constant snacking, prioritizing nutrient-dense meals rich in vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, and healthy fats, engaging in regular exercise tailored to your abilities, and consuming autophagy-supporting compounds like EGCG from green tea and sulforaphane from cruciferous vegetables. Even small, consistent adjustments, such as finishing dinner by 8 p.m. and delaying breakfast until noon, can create a daily fasting window that triggers cellular repair. Over time, these patterns reinforce each other, creating a cumulative effect on your health, metabolism, and longevity. By understanding and applying the science of autophagy, discovered by Dr. Tu by Dr. Sige, discovered by Dr. Osumi, you can actively influence your body's repair mechanisms. Unlike external interventions or supplements, autophagy leverages your body's intrinsic intelligence, using your own cells to remove damaged components, reduce inflammation, and maintain optimal function. It is a natural, highly efficient, and scientifically validated method to slow aging, protect against disease, and maintain vitality throughout your life, all by aligning your eating patterns, movement, and lifestyle with the mental processes your cells evolved to use. Ribosomes are the microscopic protein factories inside every cell, responsible for translating genetic instructions from DNA into the proteins that your body needs to function, repair itself, and maintain health. Every single tissue in your body relies on ribosomes to produce the proteins that make muscles contract, enzymes run metabolic reactions, antibodies fight infections, and neurotransmitters carry signals in your brain. Dr. Nauch Venkatraman Ramakrishnan, who shared the 2009 Nobel Prize in Chemistry, revealed the atomic structure of ribosomes, demonstrating just how intricate and essential these cellular machines are. His work allowed scientists to understand how ribosomes read RNA, assemble amino acids in precise sequences, and ensure proteins are built accurately. Dysfunctional ribosomes slow down protein production, leading to weaker tissues, compromised immunity, and accelerated aging. Over time, cells with impaired ribosomes accumulate damage, cannot replace worn-out proteins efficiently, and contribute to the decline in organ function and overall vitality that most people associate with aging. Maintaining ribosome health is a combination of nutrition, lifestyle, and proper cellular environment. High-quality protein is the most obvious requirement because ribosomes use amino acids as the building blocks of all proteins. Research shows that complete protein sources containing all essential amino acids are critical for supporting ribosome function. These include wild-caught fish like salmon and sardines, pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed meats consumed in moderation, and plant-based options like hemp seeds, spirulina, and quinoa. The key is not just the quantity, but the quality of protein. Studies indicate that moderate protein intake, roughly 0.8 to 1 gram per kilogram of body weight daily, is ideal for maintaining ribosome activity without overloading cellular machinery. Excess protein, particularly from low-quality sources, can actually increase metabolic stress on cells and interfere with proper protein folding and repair. Micronutrients play an equally important role. Magnesium, for example, is critical for ribosomal function and protein synthesis. It helps stabilize ribosomal function and supports the enzymatic reactions needed to link amino acids together. Just a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds or a handful of almonds can supply nearly half of your daily magnesium needs, helping ribosomes operate efficiently. B vitamins, especially folate, vitamin B12, and riboflavin, support the production of ribosomal RNA, the RNA that forms the structural and functional core of ribosomes. Leafy greens, legumes, avocado, and whole grains provide these essential vitamins, ensuring that ribosomes can continue their work without interruption. Deficiencies in these micronutrients can slow protein production, weaken tissues, impair immune response, and accelerate cellular aging. Beyond nutrition, lifestyle factors influence ribosome efficiency significantly. Adequate sleep is vital because ribosomes perform much of their protein synthesis during rest. Studies in Nature Neuroscience show that sleep deprivation disrupts ribosomal activity in older adults, which translates to slower tissue repair, increased inflammation, and reduced immune competence. Exercise, particularly resistance training, has also been shown to stimulate ribosome biogenesis, meaning your cells increase the number of ribosomes available to produce proteins. This effect is crucial for maintaining muscle mass, bone density, and metabolic function as you age. Aerobic exercise complements this by improving circulation and nutrient delivery to tissues, ensuring that ribosomes have both the raw materials and energy required for optimal function. Caloric intake and meal timing also affect ribosome activity. Research on caloric restriction, a well-studied longevity intervention, shows that moderate reductions in calories allow cells to allocate resources toward repair rather than continuous growth, preserving ribosome function. Overloading your system with constant meals, high sugar, and highly processed foods forces ribosomes to work excessively, producing proteins in stressful conditions that can lead to errors, misfolded proteins, and cellular damage. By spacing meals appropriately and focusing on nutrient-dense, whole foods, ribosomes can operate in a controlled environment that maximizes efficiency and minimizes stress. Ribosomes are also intimately connected with other longevity mechanisms. Efficient protein synthesis supports telomere maintenance by producing enzymes like telomerase, which Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn showed protects the ends of your DNA. Ribosome efficiency ensures the proteins involved in autophagy, highlighted by Dr. Yoshinori Osumi, are available when your cells initiate their cleanup processes. Essentially, supporting ribosomes reinforces the entire cellular network, creating a foundation for DNA repair, autophagy, and metabolic health. Every meal, movement, and lifestyle choice sends signals to your ribosomes, instructing them either to repair and maintain your cells or to struggle under stress and inefficiency. Practical steps to optimize ribosome function include consuming high-quality protein with every meal, ensuring adequate intake of magnesium, B vitamins, and other essential micronutrients, getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, and engaging in regular physical activity that combines resistance and aerobic exercises. Balancing protein intake with fasting or time-restricted eating can further enhance ribosomal efficiency, giving cells both the materials and the rest need to perform their work. Avoiding chronic stress and inflammation is also essential because stress hormones and oxidative damage can interfere with ribosome structure and slow protein synthesis. Simple interventions such as meditation, breathing exercises, and anti-inflammatory foods can directly support ribosomal activity over time. Supporting ribosomes is not about chasing a single superfood or expensive supplement. It's about creating an environment where your cells can operate at peak efficiency. By providing the right nutrients, proper rest, and consistent physical activity, you ensure that these microscopic protein factories continue to produce the essential molecules your body needs for repair, immunity, metabolism, and longevity. The health of your ribosomes directly translates into the health of your muscles, brain, heart, and every organ system, shaping how well you age and how resilient you remain to stress and disease. Understanding ribosome function illuminates the profound connection between the food you eat, the way you move, how you sleep, and the long-term quality of your life. All three Nobel Prize-winning discoveries converge on a single truth. Your body is not a passive vessel that simply ages. It's an intelligent system that responds to your choices. Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn showed that your telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA, can be maintained and even lengthened with proper nutrition, stress management, and lifestyle habits. Dr. Yoshinori Osumi revealed that autophagy, your cell's natural cleanup system, can be activated through fasting, exercise, and specific foods, allowing your body to remove damaged components and stay youthful. Dr. Venkatraman Ramakrishnan demonstrated that ribosomes, your protein factories, can function optimally with the right nutrients, sleep, and physical activity, ensuring that every tissue, every organ, and every system in your body has the proteins it needs to repair and thrive. When you combine these discoveries, a clear roadmap emerges. Protect your telomeres by eating antioxidant-rich foods and omega-3 foods. manage stress through meditation or deep breathing, and prioritize quality sleep. Activate autophagy through time-restricted eating, OO. Cessational fasting and movement that challenges your muscles and heart. Support ribosomes with complete proteins, magnesium, B vitamins, and a consistent daily routine that balances nutrition, rest, and activity. These are not isolated interventions. They are interconnected signals your cells read every day to decide whether to repair, maintain, or decline. By aligning your daily habits with these cellular mechanisms, you are effectively telling your body to age slower, resist disease, and maintain vitality. This is the true power of knowledge combined with action. Longevity is not determined solely by genetics. Scientists estimate that 70 to 80% of how you age depends on your environment and lifestyle. That means the choices you make at every meal, every workout, every moment of stress, and every night of sleep carry profound weight. Your cells are listening, constantly adjusting to the instructions you send. Every nutrient-rich meal, every period of rest, every mindful breath, every step you take is an opportunity to reinforce repair, resilience, and longevity. You don't need perfection. You need consistency, awareness, and deliberate action. Start small, build habits, and trust the cumulative effect over weeks, months, and years. Replace processed snacks with whole foods. Move your body daily, sleep deeply, and manage stress intentionally. Even one positive choice today casts a vote for a healthier, longer life. Over time, those votes add up, creating cells that function like someone a decade or two younger, systems that resist disease, and a body that thrives in strength, energy, and clarity. Science has given us the blueprint. Nobel Prize-winning research shows that your DNA, your cellular cleanup mechanisms, and your protein factories all respond to the environment you create. Aging is not something that simply happens to you. It is something that can be influenced, slowed, and even reversed to a degree by the habits you adopt and the signals you send to your cells. Every action you take is a dialogue with your biology, and every choice matters. The future of your health, your energy, and your longevity is in your hands. So start today. Feed your cells, challenge your body, rest deeply, manage stress, and be consistent. Your body is waiting for your leadership. Treat it with the respect, nourishment, and care it deserves, and it will reward you with decades of vitality, clarity, and resilience. The secret of aging slowly is not hidden in laboratories or expensive treatments. It's written into the daily choices you make, and it is accessible to anyone willing to act. Your cells are ready. The question is, are you?